Hi, so this week we read Apparel, and what I found interesting about this play is the wordplay used in the title with kind of like the theme of intimacy in this play, and explored through the relationships with Ethel, with all of her clients, friends, and romantically, and it's demonstrated both positively and negatively. The values that I observed in this play are both a desperation for love and also the lack of value placed on marriage. So for desperation of love, it was demonstrated by both Esther and Mr. Marks, who were engaged to people that they've never even met before. And I found it kind of outlandish, but also interesting and a parallel to kind of like our modern day dating scene with like Tinder and social media, not really knowing who you're actually communicating with. Then I also observed a lack of value placed on marriage, and this was shown that marriages were really rushed in this time, and it was almost a necessity to be invited out. And both Van Buren and Esther are in horrible marriages, but continue to stay loyal to their spouses. But despite with the reading with a pencil question, I didn't quite understand the reference Maine the prostitute makes when she says a gentle touch is gold in any country. And I didn't really understand what she was meaning until I kind of understood how she's been treated by other men, and that gentle touch is really valuable in a relationship. Intimate Apparel reinforced my knowledge of prejudice on the African American community, and I think Lynn Nottage's goal for the character development of Esther was to share an African American experience through theater, because we know that theater is kind of at the forefront of social inclusion and change. I think that we can all admit that stereotypes of the African American community still do exist today, and I believe that ignorance perpetuates this, because I feel that a lack of knowledge of their experiences in our community is really what drives modern day racism into what it is today. And I believe one way that we could overcome this is more education on the African American community for non-African Americans to understand their experiences. And for instance, personally, the Black Lives Matter movement has personally educated me on how they've been treated in our modern day society, and it honestly really disgusts me. And I feel that this movement has honestly educated a lot of people. We know that it was not a social media trend, because I don't want to downplay it as just a trend, but it kind of took at least social media by storm, and it reached a very wide variety of people to hopefully change this. So the questions I have from my classmates are, does anybody else want to watch this production on stage? Because I honestly think I would have much rather done the production analysis on this play rather than A Midsummer Night's Dream. And then also, my other question is, do you think Esther and Mr. Marks would make a good couple?